Hey everybody, this is Daryl here on Big D's Fig Farm. My fig oasis started to look more like a fig jungle. Summer's kicking in and things are really starting to grow, and it was really getting thick out here, and I wanted to get better sunlight penetration, and so I wanted to thin it out a little bit. So I'll show you what I did today. Well, I up-potted a couple things. I up-potted this Italian 258 into a big one. I up-potted a white Madeira #1. I up-potted my Capri to a bigger pot, so I'm trying to get some male figs there for caprification or pollination. We'll do a video when I get playing with that. This is what I did today. I got me some blocks at Home Depot because I learned my lesson last year. If you put a pot right on the ground, roots will go through the bottom. And I don't mean little roots. I mean by the end of the summer you'll have roots the size of your finger going down through the bottom of the pot into the ground. It takes quite a bit to get them up. You got to cut those roots, and I think it causes them to go in shock. It may have been why I actually lost quite a few of my potted plants last year, I think. More than cold, even though it was a cold winter. I think it was just as much about me cutting all the roots off to get it out. But at any rate, I'm trying to avoid that this year by putting them on these concrete blocks. Pads underneath of them, and then to keep them from blowing over, I took a couple fence posts and drove them down and tied some twine on both sides to keep it from toppling. So hopefully that'll secure them well enough for the year. I did several of those that way to try to. Now you notice this third one here does not have them, because I could not get them to go on the ground. I don't know what's underneath there, stone or rock. I mean, I tried every side around it. You see the holes around all 4 sides, but I couldn't get the fence post to go down in there. And I banged and banged and banged. So at any rate, I put a big one on this one, so hopefully it won't topple anyway. Put a big gallon pot on there. And did a little mulching around my fig trees as well. Did some mulching. So this year I've planted 6 new varieties in ground. I planted the Raven de Caus. I planted, just the other day, I planted an Italian 258 over here. That's 2. I planted Desert King right there behind Brooklyn White. And then I planted 3 over here, so it's 6 total. I planted Robert's Golden Rainbow, Azores Dark, and the Renata Unknown that I have, but we're still not sure what that is. I'm going to try to narrow that down and pinpoint. It's an Adriatic fig. Just got to try to figure out which one. So, but things are looking good. Again, coming alive. Figs are on quite a few varieties so far. Everything's come back from the ground, even though the winter took about half my in-ground back to the ground. 10 out of 20 died back to the ground. But all of them, that was one. That right there was one. You see how much that's come back. That's G.E. Neary, or Generi. Peter's Honey, Robert's Golden Rainbow. I mean, Colonel Lippman's Black Cross over there. Olympian, right here in front of me. And then, of course, along the fence line, there's another Peter's Honey, White Madeira #1, Madeleine de Doucesson, Ronde Bordeaux, and Smith. And all of those are coming back from the root system this year. So there we go. I will give you more updates as we go along.